Hey, what's up? It's Dr. D, the sports doc that rocks, talking to you today about how to stay alkaline. Why that's important? Well, Joel Ottenberg discovered in 1977 that cancer, flus, viruses cannot live in an alkaline environment. The question is, what does that mean and how do we do that? First, we have to know the scale of pH, which is from 0 to 14. 7 is neutral, is water, okay? Anything less than 7 is alkaline, acidic. Anything greater than 7 is alkaline, okay? We've all had a goldfish or know someone that did and come home and see little fishy belly up. Well, that's because the pH of the water became too acidic for the fish to live. Just like the human body. It gets too acidic, our cells die. The cells of our liver, the cells of our pancreas, our organs that are fighting for our immunity are actually oxidizing. They're dying faster because they're in an acidic environment. And also, illness thrives in that chemistry. They actually multiply. Cancer cells multiply in an acidic environment and cannot live in an alkaline environment, okay? One thing we have to remember is that the brain, our nervous system, will protect us at all times as much as it can by maintaining an alkaline blood, okay? About 7.3. How does it do that? If I'm drinking too much alcohol, too much prescription medications in my blood, my blood becomes very acidic. And how does my body protect me from that? Especially if I'm like 60% of Americans obese, that means their body's acidic. It's a breeding ground for illness. Okay, this is science, of course. So how does the body balance that? Well, first thing it does is send a hormone from your thyroid, all governed by your brain, your autonomic nervous system. It happens automatically, just like your heart beating. Sends a hormone into your blood so that calcium can be dug out of your bones and put into your blood, because calcium's 14 out of 14 on the pH scale, highly alkaline, okay? But we don't want to use our bones. We don't want to use the end of our joints so that we get osteoporosis and other degenerative joint diseases, and also demineralization in our spines, because our spine is protecting our brain and our spinal cord. That's protecting us, okay? So Hippocrates said, look well to the spine for the cause of disease, and let food be thy medicine. All doctors take the Hippocratic Oath, and he was the father of medicine. Very, very brilliant man. So now what we need to know is, what can we control? Well, everything we eat is either acidic or alkaline. Okay, so one's leading us towards health, one's leading us away from it. Okay, so here I got this water. This is just normal tap water. I just poured. Okay, now you can see here, this is an oxidation reduction potential meter. Okay, we're up around 300 here. Any number that's positive means if I drink this right now, it's speeding up oxidation. The goldfish ain't gonna live in this very long, and nor are my cells, okay? This was just tap water 30 minutes ago, okay? Now I'm gonna get some tap water from last night that I left on the counter overnight, exposed to oxygen, to the air, okay? Now I put this meter in, and you can see, it should go down here in a second. Got a little wonky on the numbers there. Okay, see how high the number is in the positive, okay? Any positive number means if I'm consuming this right now, I got it right out of the tap, it means my body is going to, oxidation is going to occur faster, because I'm making my body more acidic. Okay, so here's some alkaline Kangen water. I have a Kangen water ionizer, okay? I've had one for over 10 years, been drinking it daily for over 15 years. Now I'm going to put this in here, okay? This was just 5 minutes ago. And what you'll see now here in a second, we have to wipe off the tip here. This thing's been banged up. I put it in everything, okay? Now we see the number going from the positive towards the negative. And as fate would have it, like I said, this thing's a little banged up. Gotta keep it clean. That's the theme these days, right? Keep everything clean. Okay, so there we go. We're into a negative number now. See that negative number? It's varying quite a bit here, but it's still in the negative. Okay, that means every time I drink this water, it's making my body more alkaline. Okay, how's it doing that? Well, what's an antioxidant? We all know about oxidation. We hear, oh, eat this for the antioxidants in it. Well, what is oxidation? Well, oxidation is cellular death. Everything we're eating is either leading us towards health or away from health. And by health, we mean not oxidizing. We want our cells to live. So when I drink this water, in this particular case, I'm actually drinking antioxidants. The water has living molecules in it, just like antioxidants in living foods that we get from the earth, that attach to the free radicals in our body and slow down oxidation of the cells near it. Remember, oxidation means cellular death. So if my liver is under attack because I have a virus, liver cells are going to die while they're fighting, okay? But if I'm consuming a large amount of antioxidants through my diet and through the proper water, ionized water, not baking soda water that you get in a bottle on the shelf, I'm slowing down liver cell death. So more of my liver stays alive while it fights the virus. Also, if my diet is heavily alkaline, cancer, illness, new viruses, they cannot live in the environment because they don't have any food. They can't multiply. Okay? So we need to know, are we consuming acid or alkaline? Okay? Another thing we want to know is stress. Stress is the number one killer in the world today. But how does stress kill? Most people don't know. Well, it's actually kind of simple. If I'm getting ready to fight Iron Mike Tyson, I'm going to have a little bit of adrenaline and a bunch of other hormones from glands in my blood. They're good for us if we're fleeing a bear or we're fighting Mike Tyson, but not good if we're just sitting here worried about things that we can't control 24/7. Our body doesn't recognize the difference between a real or imaginary event. Our brain is just responding to our thoughts. So what happens is all this hormone, which is acidic, if not used up, gets dumped out of our blood into our organs and is acidic, and same old story. Acidic creates oxidation. It doesn't choose. The less vascular areas of the body, like the eyes and males, the prostate, are things that oxidize faster because the blood circulation is not as good, bringing in the good and bringing out the waste. So again, it's very important to stay alkaline. Also, by staying alkaline and exercising and eating an alkaline diet, vitamins and minerals, potassium, calcium, magnesium, all vital. Why is vitamin C so vital from living foods? Because they're an antioxidant packed with electrons that go into the body and grab onto that dead liver cell, which is now a free radical. A free radical is the bad guy. It pulls an electron from the next liver cell and kills it too. That's why lactic acid, when you work out, all that pain you feel the next day are dead muscle cells. And the new, bigger, stronger ones grow back in its place, but only if there's not too much lactic acid in the area that is neutralized by antioxidants, which can only occur through diet. Okay? So bone density is directly affected by our blood's pH. I already told you how it balances the blood's pH at 7.3-ish at all times. It's also important to understand that we want to exercise and eat the proper foods to build bone density. Bone is just like a muscle. You don't put a load on it, it gets less dense. Just like our heart muscle. I don't care. Jack LaLanne, 96 years old, worked out every day. Got to get that heart muscle going because it too is a muscle. And the proper foods need to be there. How does chiropractic and nutrition relate to Hippocrates saying, look well to the spine for the cause of disease and let food be thy medicine? because your brain and your spinal cord are sending messages to every cell in your body, including your immune system. What is your immune system? It's your liver, your pancreas, all the glands in your body that are fighting daily to create an environment where cancer, viruses, colds, and flus cannot live. Some of us will get mild symptoms. Sometimes we get a little sniffle for a day. Why is that? Well, because we caught a bacteria or we caught a virus, and but yet our body was strong enough to say, "Hey, virus can't live here. There's no food. There's no food for the viruses to live." So we get light symptoms. We continue on our holistic health path of optimizing our vitality through diet, and we don't get affected and extremely. And our immunity gets stronger. It's trained to fight. And chiropractic optimizes brain and nervous system function and blood supply. It's called nerve conduction velocity. I got numbness and tingling going down my arm, and my neck hurts and my shoulder hurts. That means the message from my brain going down my arm on the nerve is not getting there 100%. So I lose strength, I lose numbness. Well, that's musculoskeletal. The nerves coming out of your spine and your neck are also going to every organ in your body. Men with low back pain quite often have prostate problems. People with pain between the shoulder blades often have lung and heart issues because the alignment of the bone is putting pressure on the nerve, and the nerve's message is not getting to that organ, just like it's not getting to your muscle. That's why people who don't understand chiropractic, which is optimizing nervous system function, is mandated by making sure your spine and posture is healthy to optimize your autonomic nervous system. Think about that for a second. When you go to bed tonight, your heart beats all night and you're not telling it to do it. Your body's digesting food, it's doing all that. But what's the most important thing it's doing with our message today? It's fighting to keep you alkaline at all expenses. Okay? So we want to reduce our stress so that we don't have excess stress hormone in our blood that our body has to do something with. And we want to make sure that the foods that we eat are giving us vitamins, minerals, and are packed with antioxidants. Antioxidants come from living foods. Or if you're lucky, fortunate, and have a Kangen water ionizer, we can drink it, quite simply. So those are the tips I'd like to give you today. Remember this, you don't have to buy bottled water. It is absolutely no better than your tap water. There's videos out there you can see with the oxidation reduction potential meters testing it. The best thing you can do to save a little money during this crisis time as far as water is concerned is fill up your gallon jug at night, leave it on the counter, no lid, okay, and let air get to it. A lot of the stuff in there we don't want oxidizes overnight. It dies, okay? So I hope this helps. Please feel free to leave any tips. And remember, you gotta fight for your holistic health, okay? Feel like a champion's not just a slogan. Dr. D, the sports doc that rocks. Here's to your health.